Hello there and welcome to this lap guide on the Hungaroring in iRacing. It's 2025 Season 3, Week 12 in the Porsche Cup. So the last week of the season, we're close to the end and we did a 146.899 here. You can see my conditions are right here. This is what I used for my test session there. And of course, as always, you can get my Porsche Cup setup for free on my Discord server, and you can get the telemetry of this lap on Gary61 if you're a Twitch sub, and follow the instructions on my Discord. So as we're looking down to the sector times, we see in the last sector I threw it a little bit away there. You will see why. But overall it was a decent lap, and I would say we start with the lap and we'll see how this works. Let's go. Okay, here we go. As we approach turn 1, we have to be looking out for the 100-meter sign. Basically, a lot before that, I looked for that bright spot down here, where I then started to brake. Then I get down to second gear, keep it to the left side on that curb here. Then you turn in pretty late and you hit that apex, and at the apex you can go back on the throttle again. You can use all of this curb here. That's how turn 1 works. Then turn 2 is getting a little bit more tricky even. Before you get to that curb, quite after you pass that 100-meter sign, you start to brake. You keep it to the inside here because you have no grip on the outside. Then you can throttle pretty early again. Try to keep it to the outside now because you need to hit that next corner here. You can jump over this curb. You cannot jump over this curb. It basically ends up in the same way here. Just try to not get an off track here. Everything on that curb is still fine and not off track. Then next corner, you brake before you hit that curb. I go down to third gear. I think you can maybe keep it fourth gear, but I kept the third gear, worked better for me. Then you can clip the curb on the inside. You can go on the throttle pretty early again. Trying to not go too far to the outside here. There's an easy slowdown that you can get there if you go off track here. And also you drop off this green part here, so that can unset your car pretty much. Then you try to go to the left side as much as you can again, because next right-hander here, you brake down and trail brake, third gear, and then you get onto the throttle pretty early again. And then you can use all of this curb here. It's everything fine. Then before you hit the curb, you start to brake. We have a chicane coming up here, so we go down second gear, clip to the inside as much as you can. Then you can hit the sausage here a little bit, and you shift into third gear here, and then you can go to the outside. Next corner, you have to start to brake pretty early. Then you can clip the curb a little bit, throttle again. Try to stay on the left side. That is pretty much important. Then a little bit of brake again. Try to stay on the inside here, and you can go all the way to the outside. But you already have to prepare for the next corner, which can pretty much turn into oversteer. This is why you try to go to the right side before. And if you get a little bit of oversteer, just lift the throttle a little bit and everything is fine. Then you try to go to the left side again, hit the brakes, third gear for me. Then you go onto that curb here, and you can use this curb here, same as the curb before. This green part you can drop off there, so try to not drop off there, and you're pretty much fine. Next corner, we aim for the curb again. We start to brake before we hit the curb. We go down into second gear. We can clip this curb a bit, and we go back on the throttle, and we use all of this curb. Also look out for an off track there. Then here you can basically aim for the tower, start to brake, hit the second gear, and I went a little bit wide here, but then I could hit the throttle and get a great exit here. You can use all of the track here. Try to use it, because this can get you a great exit. And then you go to the left side again, and you start to hit the brakes. You can keep it to the inside here. I shift down into second gear for the acceleration here, because it worked pretty much great. Then third gear again and use the curb, and that's basically it. That's how you do a 146.899. I'm excited to see what we can do during the week and what we can even improve here. But it's a great base here. It was a good lap. And yeah, I hope this helped you a lot. I hope I'm gonna see you on track during the week, and I also hope I'm gonna see you in the streams. Have a great one. Adios.